There, okay, now we're going.
Okay, this is day 3 with the little dun filly. She's a lot juicier than the stud colt is, but she's making progress really nice. What we'll do with her today, see if we can calm her down just a little bit and get her more responsive. Just keep building on what we've been getting. You can't let them touch you. You can touch them anytime you want, but you can't let them touch you. She's reaching out there. She's starting to get kind of bitey. They get that way. First they start off being afraid, then they start pushing. So we've been handling her pretty nice and light. When she starts doing some things that are a little bit dangerous for us, we're going to have to punish her a little bit, but we're going to try not to hurt her. But she's got to learn the parameters. She's got a little bit different mindset. You'll see as we go. Yesterday she didn't want me to touch her with this. Today it's no big deal. They learn really fast as long as you go through the steps. As long as you take your time and wait for them, these horses learn incredibly fast. A little desensitizing and a little bit of touching. Now we're going to see if we can get that shoulder to move. I'm going to point and move that shoulder. There it goes. As soon as it moves, you got to quit hitting them. You can't just beat on them. Point and send it. There. Fix the face. Face. Put the gun on. Point. Send them. Point and send her. We got to teach her to send like Bucky did a minute ago. There. There's a circle. Yield that hindquarters. And hindquarters, then make her back up and rub her. Get control of this big engine. Point, shoulder. There. Let her move. If she acts like she's going to run off, just bend her face around. She already knows how to look. Point. Move the shoulder. Move the shoulder. This filly here is a little bit bossier than that stud. I want her to step across. And we're going to keep farting around here until she does step across. There. Now I can rub her. Try to get her to go forward. There. Don't get frustrated. It takes some time and training. There. She's stepping across. Let her go. There. There. You just don't want them to get such a head of steam built up that when you touch their face, you pull them over backwards. Little forward motion. This will help her out down the line. There. I point. for that eye. I point, she goes. I point, she goes. I point, she goes. Point. There. No different tapping her on the butt with that than it would be a dressage whip if you were riding her English. Yield that hindquarters and back her up. And it'll get better. Rub on her. Let her know she's doing good. Point. There. There. Now one rein stop. And back her up. She doesn't like to be told what to do. We'll get her past that pretty much. Rub on her for moving. I'm just going to pretend like that attitude ain't even there. I'm not going to get mad at her for being who she is. Big improvement. One rein stop, and then back her up. Yeah. And she knows what we're going to do. We start wiggling that rope. She's been backing up now. Today's the third day. She started backing up yesterday. She remembers. Point. Let her go. Tap that belly. Make him get away from you. There. Nice. One rein stop and back her up. Not pulling, just touching and releasing. There. Don't be jerking that rope backwards. That'll get you struck. You just want to touch that knot to her nose. Just touch it. See how light my hand is? And the further away you can get them, then you can start using your rope. Tap that belly. There. Now one rein stop. There, 2 steps. And rub on her. Let her know she did good. Send her. There, it's getting better. Tap that belly, get them away from you. Just like you would if you were riding. Put that inside leg on, make that circle bigger. One rein stop. And back her up. If I get all the way in there and she hasn't backed up, I'm going to go to this knot, but I'm just hanging my thumb on that knot. When she backs up, I release the pressure. The face ain't going to be very pretty for a while. Point. There. One rein stop, and back her up. There, starting to go off of my body language. But that feel on her nose is getting better and better. Yeah. Lots of rubs with her. Every time she tries something, you got to reward her. Point, move that shoulder. There. Move that belly out. There. One rein stop. And back her up. Yeah, that was a good girl. Right. Eventually we want her to turn at almost a 90-degree angle and just head off the other way. But we'll settle for a little while. We'll settle for her just not running over us. One rein stop. And back her up. Yeah, getting better. When that head drops down, that means their back is lifting, and that means their backup's getting better. When their head's up in the air, they can be going as fast as they can, but it won't never be correct until they drop their head down. Point. Step in. There. Relaxed is what we want her to be, right? Her engine is so big, we want her to be relaxed. Remember what they do when they back up? Stay back here in this spot, put pressure on until they go forward. Don't pull them. There, forward motion. When you have an emotion problem, forget about what you're working on until you get that forward motion. You can't teach them to do nothing without forward motion. Now we got it. One rein stop. And back her up. Yeah. Yeah. One step. There. Point. Shoulder. There. One rein stop. And back her up. Yeah. Make her look. There. Rub it. And she stands still and accepts it. There. 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 So even though on the first day we had to rope this little filly on the first day, you see how she's starting to catch up with old Bucky? She's not as quiet as Buck, but she's got a lot more energy, and that's a good problem to have. So we'll get that where she's relaxed and bring old Buck up to where he's got a little more gas. Now I'm going to flip this over her back until she stops. Just like that. Remember that thing we were showing Buck with the flag? You just keep throwing whatever's scaring them over their back. And when they stop, that's the answer. Shoulder. Shoulder. There. Follow that feel. Now flip this rope over her back until she stops. get them to where if something's coming at them while you got a hold of them, they're just going to relax, not be all freaked out. We're going to add one more exercise in case I want to throw something over her head. They learn incredibly fast. It still amazes me how fast they can learn if you take the time and wait for them. All of these desensitizing things that we're doing will help you down the line. It takes all the jump and the twitch out of them, and it don't make them dull. It just makes them relax. Now we're going to flex Old Sorley. Old Dunny here, we're going to flex her. And as soon as we get her to flex on each side, she'll be done for the day. Just wait for her. This flexing is really important. Separate that head and neck from their bodies, but it gets them soft. There. It gets them to coming into you. Just touch, there. Just touch. And there. When they give, you give back. Pretty quick we'll have her touching her belly with her nose. Wait for her. There. Touch her. When she gives, I give back. Touch her. When she gives, I give back. Touch her. Yeah. Yes, very nice. And that's all little Dunny needs for the third day. We'll see what happens tomorrow.